Hello, hey, good morning, welcome to the channel. Hello, welcome to the channel. Set the fire about an hour when I got up, and I just came. Well, there's a sort of dying embers, and you just put all the kindling and paper and everything on top of it. So fire lighters if you like, or candle. I put a couple of candles in, and it was like smouldering away. So I just shoved a newspaper in, and unfortunately it went whoosh before I had a chance to switch the phone on, because I'd like to have filmed it going wow, you know. So it's like the top down method, you know, the block of wood is at the bottom, the sort of firewood type thing. So that I'll shut it down a little bit. Mesmerising, isn't it? Okay, right, let's have a quick look at the I had loads of. I went and did a lot of videos last night. I went and regurgitated a video that had caused a lot of contention yesterday, and in my madness, I thought, oh God! I went and actually took it. I had it in the computer, took it back out again, and put a load of shorts on. And I woke up this morning. I'd picked up 10 subscribers overnight. Loads of comments, and so it's almost like I'm punishing myself because the stress it caused me yesterday with some idiots commenting, and I went in like into from out the frying pan straight into the fire, you know. So there quite a few comments. Basically the thing with the lit speed, you know, the speed limit is it kind of is as far as I understand it. I 100% believe it is a target. You need to get up towards it. You know, if it's 60 or 50 and you're doing 20 or 30, that's too slow. Because the majority of vehicles will go faster than 60 or 70. And people drive around 60. If it's 60, they'll drive at 60. So if you're driving at 30, you're in the frigging way. You're a danger, right? That's the way it is. And that's the way the highway code says it is. The green people and everything are trying to change all that with their nonsense that they're talking about. Cycling fraternity and all the maniacs try to bring our country to a standstill so that globalists can buy it cheap. That's what they're doing. I don't know if they know that, but that's what they're trying to do. So, going on and on and on. So there's quite a few abusive people yesterday, so I dumped a few of them last night. You know, I suppose there's this guy here, he's a bit abusive. John Williams. I'll just leave him on the now, but he's probably going to get banned. You know, he seems like very angry and everything. So I answered him with that. That's basically because he seems to me to be being a bit irrational. So just paste that big thing. You know. So there's this guy here, and this is the answer that he sent me. So basically I was driving along the road, video there, and I was overtaking a car, commenting that the screen wash was low, and some people have just gotten like, so I'm getting accused of motor envy. I mean, it is an accusation, you know. It's like over BMWs and Audis, and I had that with a Porsche the other day. I had this really negative exchange with this guy, and I tried to I took it the wrong way. I tried to justify my ability to own or drive a Porsche, and it's a wrong tactic to take. You know, I want people to. Has this been such? It's a really weird thing, because either way or the other, you're not going to gain anything from that argument, because you're going to. On the one hand, you're going to end up showing people your bank statements. You know, that's how crazy it would be. Look, yeah, you know, I've got enough to buy a Porsche, an Audi, or a BMW. On the other hand, you've got the reality that most people don't buy Porsches, Audis, and BMWs. They just go and lease them or rent them or whatever. HP and do all that. I mean, I don't believe in that. I do not do that, and I wouldn't advocate anybody who lives like that. But that's their choice. You know, don't get yourself in debt, you know, for cars. And a lot of people are doing it, right? And you've got these housing schemes, modern housing schemes, so luxury cars, you know, all sorts of fancy cars going in there. And my personal feeling is, whatever wealth that you are managing to get through working or whatever, spend it on property is my, you know, basic kind of advice. There's more, but let's not really go into that. So really, I would rather say, yeah, I can't afford a BMW or an Audi. That's fine. Let's move on. You know, the windscreen washer thing. I mean, this is like part of probably the videos like that. They do wind people up, right? So look at the answer I've got. That's mostly about screen wash, you know, and I don't want to make aspersions to people, right? You know, but there's there's intelligence there, but there's also, see, well, I don't like it when people accuse me of having autism, right? I've had that a lot. It's a bit so I'm not going to do that. Right? So the screen wash thing. So this guy's talking like you've got, you know, he's probably older than me. My parents were a bit like that. It was a big deal going somewhere, you know. Whereas when I started working in 1980s, we just had to drive all over the place, right, all over the country, and we didn't have time to stand around planning our journeys. We got in and went and drove as fast as we could to get where we were going, and then we drove home at night again. You know, so that's how things changed. So we didn't stand around doing planning and looking at maps and stuff. We just got out there and got on with it, full speed ahead, and that was just the way it was. And I think that's the way society changed, you know. And that it might have been Margaret Thatcher that started that. I don't know what caused it to change like that. And the wealth increased in the country. We shut down mines, all sorts of things, but a lot of strange things happened. Debatably, a lot of bad things, some good things. Right. So yeah, a bit of a critique. I think I'm going on about this a bit much. Right. So I answered them. Right. So my answer is equally crazy. Right. Okay. Let's move on. Health review. It's taking too long. Pish. Right. That's just like dumb answer, isn't it? That's just a total dumb answer. Kevin 85. Often when you get somebody really dim, Kevin Wallace live stream, you see a big dog, you know. You know, the live stream is recording is not available. You know, it's not inspiring me confidence. I think I'm going to block this guy. I just, Pish is such a stupid, you know. That's not a narrow. It's not a narrow. That's John Williams. He's just the guy. They're doing 41 mile on a narrow lane road. It's an A road. That's an A road. I mean, the thing is to answer this guy. You know, yesterday I kept answering people like this, and it just got so futile. It's not a narrow lane road, it's an A road. So this is projection. When will you realise you were wrong, or are you that stubborn? The first part is an A road. Second part, that's projection, so he doesn't want to recognise that he's wrong. What I'll do is I'll go and get the projection thing and answer it with that. You know, the projection thing about psychology. I think what I need to do with people like that, and what I didn't do yesterday, is sort of ignore them. You know, because when I engaged with this there's two or three of them I engaged with yesterday, and they just, you could carry on like that for. I blocked them in the end. You know that guy's going to get blocked probably. Free Palestine. Israel kills babies. Yes, and I don't see what's relevant to me. Why is that relevant to me? Like the cops out Telford Road. Is that spam then? Potentially inappropriate. That's spam, isn't it? I don't want to get involved with that, do I? Some people don't need to drive top speed, and you don't know who's in that car. You don't know if they have anything. So what have you? What face bastard you are. Well, okay. Some people. Well, I'm going to block this, obviously. Some people don't need to drive top speed everywhere. They have to keep up with the conditions. That's just the whole point. You don't know who's in that car. You don't know if they have any conditions or what have you. That's irrelevant, and it doesn't really matter to me. They need to drive at the conditions, and they need to be able to drive. What a moaning face bastard you are. Well, obviously I'm going to have to I'm going to have to block this. You can't. So this is a key thing, I suppose. The key thing when people get abusive, get rid of them, and that applies to life as well, doesn't it? You know, that applies to life, general life. Right, so I'll go and get the projection thing, the psychology behind for John Williams, who was a brilliant guitarist. It's quite a common name though, isn't it? So there's a fire, it's taken off nicely. So I'm trying to save money with the fire, you know. I've got sorting wood out. Do you know, it's actually quite a lot of work involved with it, because I got this tree, dragged it home, got it in the van and took it home, sawed it up, then I've been chiselling it up, and that's the results of it in there. And it's been lying outside for a year, so I'm just kind of hoping that I can just dry the wood off here. I'll burn the dry wood first, that's seasoned stuff, and put that stuff in that bit there. And so that I've just realised there's a lot of work involved with preparing wood. I was out last night with a chisel and I don't actually have an axe, weirdly enough. I've got splitters, a splitter and a heavy hammer, a couple of a chisel and a bolster, battering this big, because I put it in the garage, and I pulled out I've still got one to do yet today. Does that make me sound like that I can afford a BMW? In fact, I've just mentioned I've got a garage. I think it does actually. Oh, shut up with that shit. Anybody can afford a BMW, a Porsche or a Audi. Not everybody can afford a Koenigsegg or whatever it's called. Right? Or a McLaren. I don't know how much they are, but they're way up in a different league. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye! Bye!